Marsbury. Wonderfully done, Caster. We have eliminated all 6 of the other masters. We have won the Holy Grail War. Once I use my command spell to make you kill yourself, the ceremony will be complete. The Greater Grail will be filled with the souls of 7 servants, and the magical reactor core used to reach the root will... And then the third magic shall finally take form. The third magic is the materialization of souls. Humanity shall escape the shackle of the physical body, be released from all suffering caused by its limitations, and advance to a new stage. You are a sacrifice for that purpose. I am sure you understand, Caster. I nodded in agreement. Humanity's salvation and growth were not tasks given to me. If the humans of that era wanted to grow, I had no reason to stop them, just as it was during my life. I simply did what was required of me. In the Fuyuki Holy Grail War, there would be no servant survivors. All servants were to be eliminated. Even I, the victor, was fated to commit suicide, compelled by my master's command spell. No, that was a joke. I'm kidding, Caster. I'm sorry, I got overexcited. I have no intention of offering my meritorious partner to the Greater Grail. I won't use my command spells either. They wouldn't work on you anyways. You understand. I will not activate the Greater Grail. The third magic means nothing. As the head of the Animosphere family, chairman of the Astromancy division, I must reach the root in my own unique way. It's preposterous to ask me to rely on other mages' theories, the miracle proposed by the Einsburn family. The materialization of souls and the growth of humanity. I have no intention of being part of such fantasy. That was an unexpected development. Marsbury didn't realize it, but that was the first and last time he would ever tell a joke. What surprised me the most, though, was how much his thoughts deviated from what I myself had seen. I asked him, then what do you desire? I'm only after the Grail's ability to grant wishes, and my wish is clear. The completion of Chaldeus. Truth is, the one at Chaldeus is still just a prototype. I was built to satisfy the sponsors. Sure, it functions as an Earth model, but it's far from being complete. Just like this Greater Grail Caster, the theory is complete, but the all-important fuel to power is... The Greater Grail requires the souls of the heroic spirits, but my Chaldeans need something more realistic. To power Chaldeus, I would need to take over power plants that could generate enough electricity for an entire country, for no less than 6 months even. Essentially, I need a budget that could fund an entire nation, but the only assets I have are my precious offshore oil rig, Seraphics, and a French nuclear reactor I managed to buy the other day. It's not nearly enough. Simply put, I need more funds. It's fine. Laugh at my absurdity and shallowness, if you so wish. Despite the divine greatness that is the Greater Grail, I seek from it neither eternal life nor the root itself. What I want is a giant pile of money. Marsbury told me to laugh, but there was nothing funny about it. Creating a miracle was his life's work. It wasn't something he could get someone or something else to do for him. One second. Instead, he asked for the time it would take to complete his task to be shortened, probably because he didn't have much longer left. He determined that in the 10 years he had left, there was no way for him to complete and activate Chaldeus. And so, to hasten its activation, he joined the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. This war was, to him, a shortcut. It would allow him to obtain the necessary resources without becoming indebted indebted to rival families, or having to worry about financing and its inherent complications. He'd leave no traces. Nobody would be able to see what was coming. Thank you, Castor. I knew you would understand. Your cooperation will allow us to keep this ending our little secret. We can let the world think that Saber and their master won the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. Only a coward would cover this up, but if I don't, the other lords will be able to get in my way. No matter what it costs, I will complete the true Chaldeus and activate it. It will be necessary in order to secure humanity's future. By doing so, Professor Lev Sheba will not only be able to see the future, but the light of the past as well. And pseudo-spiriton projection, the race shift's theory will no longer be just a theory. Why did the age of gods come to an end? Why has the foundation of humanity remained unstable since advent of the Anno Domini era? Once the race shift works, we'll be able to answer those questions. I knew this man was dangerous in a way unique to mages. Simply put, he lacks the sense of morality. But his burning passion and love for humanity were unwavering. I signaled my... This greater grail was not to be used to reach the root, but to grant one man's wish. To grant one man's desire. Yes, how ironic. The end result is turning out to be just the kind of nonsense the original ritual's creators promised. Real quick, give me 1 second. Okay. We're good. I laughed in aggrievement, only because I could tell that Marsbury's smile was entirely genuine. What about you, Cat? Don't tell me you forgot what the Einsburns said. The Holy Grail will grant the victor's wish. Both the master and the servant have the right to ask for a wish. I wish for immense wealth, but what about you? What will you wish for? You can't change the past, but you can change how it is viewed today. Or would you like to be incarnated and live a second life? I froze. I never expected this question. My wish. I never had the freedom to ask for one, so I was about to say I didn't have one. No, I did. I can really wish for anything, Marsbury? Yes, anything but the life of Marsbury and Hemisphere, the man who summoned you. Come now, Castor. No, Solomon, King of Mages, my contractor, my one and only friend. Knowing you, your wish will be a righteous one. Say it with pride. I remember my lips rose up into a grin, and then the world went black. Doctor, are you asleep, Doctor? Huh? Did I fall asleep? I'm sorry, guys. I know we're in a critical situation. Did we find the route to the Singularity where Solomon's lurking? We barely have a day left. We're making good progress. If our calculations are correct, Chaldea will make contact with the final Singularity in 4 hours. We'll begin the space-time fusion simultaneously with Master Ren's ray shift. As long as it's within 72 hours of the fusion, we can escape the Singularity by purging the Eastern Research Wing, and transfer back to Chaldea Observatory's normal time, December 31st, 2018. I see. Everybody take one last break then. You only have 4 hours, but get some sleep. Get some food, enjoy a nice chat, and leave some records behind, anything. Do something to refresh and relax a little. I'll keep an eye on things while you do. Understood. If anything happens while we're gone, call us, Doctor. Alright, it's time for the final stage. It's been 10 years since I came to Chaldea. It seems like a long time, and yet not. Honestly, this doesn't feel real to me. Yet. Fo. Oh, there you are, Fo. When I think about it, you're a pretty strange creature too. Until Ren came, you only showed yourself around MASH. What made you change? I thought you were the kind of creature who feeds on humans, yet has no interest in them, just like Merlin. Fo. Yeah, I can't really understand what you're saying. I may have been able to understand you back then. Yeah, I probably did. Well, I have a hunch about what you're saying. You're saying, are you okay with this? Majimari got mad at me over the internet too. She told me not to keep secrets anymore. But, well, to be honest, I don't feel guilty. I can't explain my reasons. Besides, it still hasn't sunk in for me. Why did I come here to Chaldea? What was I doing before I did? It's all stuff I absolutely can't explain, not even a little. If I told them I came here to protect humanity just because I felt like it, that would be pretty lame, right? Oh, but I can't explain how I came to run the medical division at such a young age. It's because I studied like any other person, of course. Competence is what got me this job. Fo. Come to think of it, I spent the last decade doing nothing but studying, researching, and investigating. One day, I had a feeling that humanity was going to end. It was one of those bad dreams people get sometimes. Eventually, I was forced to realize that this feeling of mine was true. I had no way of denying it, yet no strength to make sure either. The only clue I had was that it would begin at Chaldea. I was filled with a sense of terror. I was compelled to do something. So I've done everything I possibly could over the past decade, like I was fleeing from this doom, like I was running away, screaming. And I'm about to find out how this will end. I'm scared, but happy at the same time. Once this battle's over, I won't have to worry anymore. I can finally be free to do what I want with my time. Fo. Why are you thwacking on the data on the demon gods? Oh, I see, you're worried about Ren, huh? As for who Solomon really is, well, I suppose I have some idea. Kingu was a good sample case. I thought the Solomon who appeared in London was a fake, but I didn't have any way to prove it. Heroic spirits have many aspects. That's why a single heroic spirit can manifest as a saber or a lancer, for instance. So even if the Solomon who incinerated humanity was a variation on the one in the legends, he is still Solomon, father of magecraft, and if he is the real Solomon, Chaldea has no way to beat him. There were times when pessimism went out, and I thought that this grand order would end with humanity's defeat. But now, I don't feel that way. If I'm right, that Solomon has one weak point. Yes, just one. If he is the real Solomon, and at the same time, someone who is falsely claiming to be the King of Mages, there is a void that Solomon can never reach, and it scares me. What scares me isn't whether I can take advantage of that opportunity, but I'm going to be thinking when I reach that void. Oh. I had a dream, a scene of a peaceful town, and one I'd seen before. Hey Mash, good to see you're doing well again today. I'm sure things will be quiet tomorrow too. Hey Kirilight, what are you doing with that shield? The city's the same as ever, there's no danger around. That's right, you finally live in a utopia with no war, starvation, prejudice, or discrimination. There's no need to hate anyone. No need to fear anything, because we've been released from death. We've been released from the sorrows of life. We're happier now than we ever thought possible. Life has no end. The world has no end. Tomorrow will never be worse than today. This is the bliss of eternity. No, I don't understand the happiness they speak of. Solomon, King of Mages, the image you show me only frightens me. Why does it frighten you? These people have been released from finite lives, from the terror of death, from all their worries. What you see is a realistically blessed world for humans taking form. Why would that frighten you, Mash? A promise tomorrow, a today that lasts forever, a life you needn't fear a life you needn't fear ending. That should be your salvation. I thought you, of all people, would understand how wonderful it is simply to live. No. I don't know why you show yourself to me, but I can see that you are concerned about me. Which is why it pains me to deny you, but I must correct you when you are in the wrong. Very well. Then tell me, Mash. I'm interested in the conclusion you reached. You mourn the end of life, and speak of the beauty of eternity, but I'm sorry. I don't understand the sorrow. I don't understand what's so great about eternity. Death is the end that comes to all living things. It's a natural part of life. You say there's no sadness because there's no death. I don't think eternal life is happiness. Why? The people of this town are happy. Eternity is the happiness that humanity yearns for. No, that's a lie. Their smiles are wrong. Their smiles are wrong? Are you saying that this state of satisfaction, of freedom from all worries, is a lie? Yes. Smiling is what gets you through sadness. Humans continue smiling because they know their time is limited. But the smiles in the world are different. They're just smiling because they're not afraid. Those are not smiles, they're just muscle memory. The joys of life belong to those who live in... Solomon, King of Mages, that is my answer to the question you once posed to me. I don't think anyone lives because they're scared of dying. We live... blah blah blah. We live because we simply want to live. We do our best to get through the day because we can't wait for tomorrow. Our journey is not about trying to avoid the endpoint. Wait, what? Our journey is not about trying to avoid the endpoint of our lives we call death, but rather to pass through it. So please do not take away our desire to live. I see. So that was the question the other me asked you, huh? Why do you fight? Why, knowing your life will someday end, knowing it's ended already? Why do you cling to life? Why, when you realize that there's nothing your future can save? What you just told me, that is your answer. A shame, truly a shame. Only those directly involved could be satisfied by such an answer. The demon god Flaros spoke of you, of how a short-lived creature created by man lived her life. I had paid particular attention to you as a sample case. No more. I no longer care. There is no path to a longer life for you. You have rejected eternity, and so you shall die. So die like the trash you are, and take all of Chaldea with you. Die as one who clung to life, as a brave warrior who overcame many trials and perils. Why? Because that was what everyone was foolish enough to see you as. It's sad, really. In the end, you are nothing more than another powerless, ordinary human. Okay, it's time. Hey, good morning, Ren. It's Da Vinci here with your wake-up call. I figured you'd be getting up from your nap about now. Oh, no need for any formal greetings. This call is basically just me talking to myself. The command room is ready. Now, it's up to you and Mash to begin the last order. But first, I have a request. No, it's less a request and more a bit of advice. I reviewed Mash's medical exams during the brief rests. I'll be blunt. Her body is at its limit, both in terms of her life and combat ability. She doesn't have long to live and can only participate in one more major operation. I figured you needed to know, and Romani forced me to pass on the bad news. So anyway, Romani believed that it would be best not to tell her, but I disagree. For one thing, I think Mash knows. I see. Coming from you, who's been with her the most, I'm not inclined to argue. That's it from me then. I know this is all comes moment before the battle to determine humanity's future, but that's that, and this is this. You've only got a brief moment before you head to the command room. Spend it in a way you won't regret. See you in the command room. Ciao. 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 I don't know. Good morning, Senpai. Did you just wake me up, too? I just took a nap and finished a physical checkup. If you're going to the command room, let me accompany you. Or would you like to go to the cafeteria and get a sandwich for some quick nourishment, Senpai? I think it's natural to feel pressured. I'm feeling overwhelmed, my heart is racing. But I'm not worried. It's always been this way to me. From Fiuki to ancient Mesopotamia, I was never confident I would be able to complete the mission. On the other hand, Senpai, even though you were more baffled than I was, you always managed to lead the way. So, no matter how much pressure I'm under, even if humanity's survival is at stake, as long as Senpai is my master, I will never feel worried. Ren, you are the best master Chaldea has, and I'm very proud of you. Fofo. Good morning, Fo. Have you come to bring us to the command room? Oh. Fo. I see. Mash, you should stay in Chaldea. Thank you, but that's impossible. Ever since you took my hand, as the command room was collapsing around us, I have exclusively been your servant. If you're going to fight, I want to fight too, even if it shortens the small amount of time I have left. So you know. Yes, and it is no reason for any extra concern. It's true that, unlike others, I was born and raised in a special environment. But I don't feel sad about my life so far. I know the doctor was worried about me, but I don't regret my life. Nothing sad has happened in it. If there's anything to be sad about, it would be that I won't be able to see what comes next. My life has been very happy. Everyone was very good to me. Even if I only have a few more months left to live, I want to be proud of what I do with him. That's not at all. My life has been more than worth it. I mean, I never thought I'd set foot outside Chaldea. That never seemed possible for me. But you saved me. Thanks to you, I was able to see the outside world, to see what color the sky was. My journey this past year has been a treasure to me, one I wouldn't give up for anything. So I'm going on the final mission. Someone said that life has no value. Human history is but that is wrong. I will deny it with everything I have, even if someone's life is going to be lost and forgotten. I've learned on my journey that the lives of every human in history are what built the present we live in now. It's true that I have no experience with life's sorrows, but I don't understand the pain the King of Mages speaks of. But I know the joys of life, Senpai, Dr. Roman, and everyone and all the worlds we've traveled through have taught me. So please, let me accompany you until the end, Master. To prevent the incineration of humanity, to show the value of human life, and to retake our future. Let's go. Right. Ash Kyrielite will support you with everything I have. Fofo. Right on time. Good morning, Ren. Mash? Your physical and mental states both appear stable. The two of you are in top condition. No, your mental state is a bit elevated compared to usual. Did something good happen, Mash? Yes, I was lucky enough to run into Senpai in the hallway again today. Let's do that. Like a good luck ritual. It's one of those everyday things you do to help you succeed. A little magic charm anyone can do. Small happiness like that are important. Oh right, here I am, making my usual small talk. We're at the final stage. We need to stay focused and talk seriously. Master Ren, Mash Kyrielite. We finally identified the location of the King of Mages' base, which we knew to exist outside the normal temporal axis. Chaldea will now make contact with the Singularity. The entire facility will enter enemy territory. What's up, Lenacate? Yep, Solomon time. We will ray shift into the enemy's Singularity, but will also be physically connected to them. This will be different from our other expeditions. Moving between Chaldea and the Singularity can only be done at the contact points. In other words, this is a surprise landing operation. Crazy, like Normandy. Just like always. Yes, thanks for that lively response. Military regulations and dignity are of no concern of mine. Well, I kind of saw that coming. Let me pause my music. Music's picking up. Fine, I'm going to give up on being serious. Da Vinci, can you give us the briefing? Sure, leave it to me. Now, just like I said, this is a landing operation that sets it apart from all the other orders so far. There's no need to look for a grail. The mission itself is simple, but you've got 3 things to do. First, besiege the enemy temple. Second, defeat the King of Mages. And third, return from enemy territory alive. And then return alive. Yes, thanks to Shiba's analysis, we know the basic layout of the enemy territory. The Singularity is its own little world. It's a conceptual universe. If Chaldea's is a miniature model of Earth, then the enemy territory is a miniature model of the universe. Well, it's a universe with no other celestial bodies. On a human scale, it would be about the size of a single cell. Let me see. Okay. What's interesting is that there's only a single life form in this universe, but we can ignore that for now. There's an incalculable amount of magical energy swirling around the center of the Singularity. That's definitely the King of Mages' throne. The throne will be your target, but the route connecting to it is currently blocked. That is to say, the temple gate is shut, while it's natural to protect one seat of power. So first, you're going to destroy all of the surrounding areas in the enemy's territory. The enemy territory itself is actually a single massive life form. It's sending energy from the outer edges to the core. So once the outer edges are destroyed, the gate barring the way to the throne will shatter. Destroy the outer areas to cut off the flow of magical energy. So that's why he talked about besieging the temple. That's right. Our analysis revealed that there are multiple bases inside enemy territory. If you destroy them, or even shut them down, the path to the throne should open. And you should defeat the King of Mages once he's exposed, and finally come back to Chaldea. Let me read this again. Okay. Come back to Chaldea. You'll have to walk back though. Traveling via ray shift can only be done along the contact point, the entrance into the enemy territory. That's why it's a landing operation. Going to be such a chore. Once the King of Mages is gone, the Singularity will disappear. In other words, we need to run back as the Singularity collapses. Yes, that is different than before. We've never had to escape a collapsing battlefield. Yes, normally the only time you'd have to worry about that is if you're searching ruins. But destroying the King of Mages is just a start. What's important is coming back. Both of you need to stay focused until the very end. Make your way back to the entrance. As soon as we've ray-shifted to return you to the coffins, Chaldea returned to normal space. That's when the battle is truly over. Humanity and Chaldea will have won. Right, Romani? Of course, that's why we've come all this way. Enter the enemy Singularity and destroy the 7 bases. Reach the throne at the heart and defeat Solomon. Afterward, escape the collapsing throne and return to Chaldea via the contact point. That's the mission. Any questions? What do you mean, is this that? Actually, you know, there's probably no reason to go into it, but I'll tell you anyway. Do you remember Fuyuki's Greater Grail? The magical reactor core that caused the Fuyuki Holy Grail War? It was originally made from the dissected body of a certain mage. The greatest of geniuses, the greatest of miracles. This mage had her magical circuits removed and used as the basis for the system. This was a special case of turning the small system that is a human body into a real universe. And this Singularity is similar. It's a small universe made from the magical circuits of a certain mage. A reality marble that can exist outside of the temporal axis for as long as it has magical energy. That is the true nature of Solomon's base. That's why we had to call it this. The Grand Temple of Time, Reality Marble Solomon. Dr. Roman? How pathetic. Looks like I'm the only one who has yet to be mentally prepared. But that's coming to an end right now. That look on your face, Ren, it cheered me up. As the acting director of Chaldea, I order you to enter the coffins. There's only a little time left. If Chaldea reaches 2019, everything will be over. We won't be able to restore humanity. This battle began with defeat. Solomon wiped out the entirety of mankind before anyone knew what happened. This is the greatest murder plot in human history. Solomon has been carefully planning this out since his death in 931 BC. Please put an end to his absurd scheme. Prove that an endeavor as hollow as Solomon's simply needs to go up in flames without anyone ever knowing about it. Leave it to me. Yes, leave it to us, Dr. Roman. Senpai and I will return to Chaldea, I promise. Good, glad to hear it. Knowing you too, you won't lose a Solomon. Now, let's begin the final order. Initiating race shift. The enemy is Solomon, King of Mages. The mission objectives are to destroy him and return alive. On conversion, race shift starting. All procedures clear. Final grand order commencing operation. In we go. Oh boy, I wonder how long this Singularity will be. If it'll be like as long as Babylonia. Okay. Huh. Alright. So, that's actually not that long, really. Okay. Alright. Let's start this. Enemy class question mark. What's this? Okay. I'll definitely bring MASH. Let's start with Jalter, just because I don't know what we're going into and don't want to use my event. And let's try that, see how it goes. Woo-wee. Here we go. Can't bear to see this endless slaughter. We can't bear to hear the ceaseless screaming. Our clairvoyance reveals the horrible truths of past and future. I, as king, cannot turn a blind eye. 1 second. I, as king, cannot turn a blind eye. We simply lack the ability to turn a deaf ear. How ugly. Ugly. We are forced to witness all the horrors of this world. The revolting and the hideous are forced onto us, burned into our memory. The only sensible thing to do is rectify this repulsive state of being. But how? Even if we were to eradicate their filth, humans would simply create more. The very premise is wrong. As long as life exists, we can fix nothing. It must be redone. That is the only option. Everything must be redone and perfected right from the beginning. What must be erased is not merely history, nor the ecosystem, nor continents, nor time itself. We must begin from true nothingness. Our plan was to recreate this planet from its beginning. In order to do so, considerable resources are required. We need a truly massive amount of fuel. For example, the massive amount of energy generated by incinerating all life on this planet. But a one-time harvest will not be enough. We will need to draw from the past, the present, and the future of the whole world. 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. Energy generated in each of these time spans will be harvested going backwards in time. That should work. 3,000 years worth of planet's most potent energy. Once it is collected, bound, and controlled, our task can be accomplished. Our kindred, the portents we scattered across the land. We write here of our indignation. We shall leave a path for our kin who follow behind us. Build up a temple, pile up the bands of light. We need every existing resource to destroy humanity. We need every second of eternity to forget humanity. Seek the way to the final singularity. There you shall find us, on the throne of the King of Mages. Ren, Mash, wake up. Are you guys alright? Ouch. Yes, Doctor. Ray shift successful. But we encountered strange interference we've never experienced before during the ray shift. That image was the same image I saw. Oh good, Senpai is alright too. Now, about the situation here. On it. I'm honoring you guys, you've definitely arrived at the Temple of Time. And these are the same readings I measured 1,000,000 times in Mesopotamia. A spirit origin that doesn't fall under any of the 7 classes, the Beast of Calamity, known as one of the evils of humanity. The reading I'm getting throughout that entire space is Beast class. Got that right. Looks like you've wisened up a bit, Chaldea. The fact that you were lucky enough to make it past the 7th singularity is an accomplishment worthy of praise from me. You are Lev Lane. Should I say hi, it's been a while? But there's really no need for greetings, or for us. I know how your battles with the other demon god pillars went. I'm impressed to see an inexperienced master like yourself has made it this far. It may surprise you to know that I am very well acquainted with the subtleties of human nature. That's why I can admire Ren's effort. Honestly. Your persistent survival is hideous. It makes me sick. Why can't you just lie down and die? It's so simple. Anyone should be able to manage it. Professor Lev, I will not ask why you are alive, but there's one thing I do want to know. When you approached Director Olga Marie, was your intent to destroy Chaldea and humanity even then, from the very beginning? That is such a mash question, but there must be something else you'd like to ask, no? You must have been on humanity's side, at least in the beginning. Surely, Lev Laner was originally an honest man. He must have been seduced by the King of Mages at some point, isn't that it? I want to know too, Professor Lev. You were working for Chaldea even before I joined. The foundation of humanity could not be restored solely with Chaldeus. It was Sheba, which you developed, that allowed us to get this far. It's hard to believe that you had been working for Solomon from the beginning. Yeah, it's hard to believe you were able to deceive me for 4 years. When did you become a demon god pillar? Oh my. What a pleasant surprise, Romani Archiman, and you too, Madame Da Vinci. What familiar faces. I never expected to chat with you. You were all concerned for my reputation, rather human rights. You seem to be so preoccupied with things like that. But that is unnecessary. So, you want to know when I started serving the King of Mages? Beginning 3,000 years ago, of course. From the moment the plan was set into motion, we were already in place throughout the world. Lineages destined to birth a demon god pillar in 100 years, in 500 years. or even 1,000 years later. I just happen to be the one designated for 2018. Ow, my throat. We are like seeds planted in the ground. An original order, handed down through generations of mages, a certain way of being that must be protected absolutely. Our grand order is the rule that the King of Mages created for this very moment. While human mages established their own principles and theories passed them down to their descendants, me, whose power was born of the King of Mages, survived through the generations until the designated time. We etched a curse into our genes to host the demon god pillar and continued our lineage until our appointed era arrived. And in 2017, at the point where I awakened as the last designated demon god pillar, your history came to an end. All necessary resources had been collected. You Chaldeans insisted on surviving. Why? What made you do that? Did I miscalculate something? Somewhere? No, that's not it. It was because an imposter managed to slip past my watchful gaze. Am I right, Romani Archiman? It seems I underestimated you. Or maybe you were playing the fool in front of me, so things would turn out the way they have. So, that's really a shame. I thought... Medicine and sorcery. We may not have walked down the same path, but at least I showed respect for your good nature and the vain efforts you were making. Of course not. There's no way you could have detected Romani's nature. After all, he didn't trust anyone around him until I was summoned to Cadeia. What? Romani may be an ordinary person, but on one certain matter, he demonstrated more patience than any genius could. I don't know the reason. I don't even know who the enemies are. There's no guarantee that it's even going to happen. He threw his entire life away, believing in the crisis of mankind he only saw in a dream. He continued to wait, believing that something that couldn't possibly happen would, in fact, occur. He couldn't let his enemies know he'd notice, so he couldn't tell his allies either. And since he didn't know how to prepare for that moment, all he could do was study everything he possibly could. That's how Romani Archiman spent more than That's how Romani Archiman spent more than a decade in a hell of his own creation, where he could not rest even for a moment. Such a man would never show his true nature, even to a friend. This fool even kept telling himself that he was worthless trash or scum or something like well, you think so? I don't think I'm that self-degrading. Of course I kept an eye on his suspicious behavior. That's why I made a move to kill him with the command room explosion, but even that failed because that master intervened. What? Is that true, Senpai? You saved Doctor's life? I guess I did? I don't really remember that either. Whatever. Our king is tied up right now. The final calculations will be done in a few hours. Normally I would ignore you all, but this is a good opportunity. I'll tidy up my own loose ends right here. You have absolutely no chance of making it to the throne. I will prove that right now. Hear me. My name is Demon God Floros, one of the 72 demon gods, the one who governs information. I was caught by surprise last time, but I'm full of energy today. I'll enjoy seeing how much you've bettered yourselves. Levlaner have transformed into a demon god pillar. Master, your orders, please. Let's defeat Lev and head to the throne. Yes, here I go. Okay. I wonder if these demon gods have a weakness, or if there's no weakness. That, and I want to see how many sections are in the Solomon Singularity. How many sections in Solomon? There are... 9. Okay, wow. It's not a lot at all. Interesting. Okay. Let's do this. I can go ahead and NP. Let's try that. Okay. So close, man. How should I do this? Maybe that, and that. Charge gain. Perhaps we can get triple. Yes. Okay. Let's do that. And then boom. Boom, boom. Cool, cool. Okay. Do that, and that. Oh no. Okay. That sucks, but it's alright. I'm gonna run another ad real quick as we finish up this fight. Let's do that, and that. Gotta make sure to choose the right John. Let's do that. This should finish it up. X, okay. It's pointless. Everything you do is pointless. Haha. Yeah. It can't be. The demon god pillar has reappeared. It wasn't restored or healed. An entirely new Floros has been born. Don't tell me the ground is completely... What was that? What was that impact just now? Something hit us from the outside. The second reactive theory unit has sustained over 60% damage. We've lost a northern observation room. Detecting excessive pressure in the observatory dome. T-minus 5 minutes until collapse. If the dome is destroyed, we won't be able to hold the command room. Chaldea will enter foam state and be swallowed up by the Temple of Time. Pseudo-Spiritron, computing efficiency have fallen out the qualia zone. We're losing reactive theory strength. Cut off all power to external facilities. Reroute everything to Reroute everything to Chaldeus and the reactive theory units. We need to maintain blah blah blah. We need to maintain the command room's functions. Leonardo, what about the resources you have saved up in your workshop? I've transferred them to the Spiriton calculation supercomputer. My secret stash should cover it. But this will all be futile, Romani. The attackers are the demon god pillars. 7, 6, 7, 8. 8 demon god pillars have wrapped themselves around Chaldea. I could fight directly, but I'd be able to take out maybe one at best. And that won't solve the problem at hand. We'll need to destroy the Singularity before Chaldea gets smashed to smithereens. That's impossible. Impossible, you hear? I am immortal. We are inexhaustible. This entire space is us. Come, come, my kindred, show yourselves. More demon god pillars. No, these are... Yes, we are the 72 demon gods, and they are us. You killed me, but what of it? There will always be 72 demon god pillars, no matter what you do to us. As long as the throne exists upon this land, our number will never decrease. If you want to kill me, you'll have to eradicate all 72 of us. But what chance do you have of that? Where is your army? There is nothing on Earth that can stand against us. You haven't caught us. You've merely thrown yourselves into your own graves. You're like moths to the flame. I commend your enthusiasm. We're not getting any transmissions from Chaldea. Master, what shall we do? Away. I've underestimated you. I see you still have the guts to meet your enemies. But that's enough. I understand you don't know when to give up. That might have worked up until yesterday. The last master, the last human, Ren. We have the utmost respect for you. You are supremely entertaining. We laugh at your resistance in the first Singularity. We laugh at your zeal in the second Singularity. We laugh at your adventure in the third Singularity. In the fourth. The fifth. We laugh at the sixth. And the seventh. Well, that wasn't very pleasant. It was a poor show. Not the least bit entertaining. Let's just forget it entirely. In any case, your fight has been truly amusing, and the fact that it was utterly pointless makes it even better. You fought all this way, and it was worthless. You fought up until now, and even still, your end will be utterly pathetic. It has been a spectacular show. Thank you and goodbye. Chaldea will meet its end here and now. Haha. Ha 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 ha. Senpai. Mesh. Dot. Or dot dot dot. Maybe. It was pointless after all. No. Calling it pointless is ludicrous. Isn't it a bit too early for you to be giving up? This battle was a long journey that took you back through human history. However, you never once fell to despair. That because you had so many encounters on that journey. Even if this entire planet became the battleground for the Holy Grail War. Even if everything on this land had turned into eternal ruinous grounds. Even if countless powerful enemies stood in your way at the end of your journey. Stood in your way? I don't know. You never gave up. You looked forward, knowing our fate has not yet been decided. This is no different. Now, let the battles begin, Master. Wasn't this meant to be a story about us taking back our future together? going on? Why isn't Ren gone? Why does Chaldea still exist? Why? Why are our bodies crumbling? All 8 demon god pillars have been destroyed. We did it. Way to go, Da Vinci, you're amazing. What trick did you have up your sleeve this time? You should have let us know you had such a powerful secret weapon. No, that wasn't me. That was... Yes, that was... Huh? Primates have flourished for thousands of years. The age of gods has ended, and through time, mankind has become the most prosperous beings on Earth. And so, we shape the future of this planet, and inscribe its history on the surface. For that, we nurtured knowledge, and produced many resources and saw countless lives reincarnated. It is a map to prolong mankind's survival, and to ensure its everlasting prosperity. In the world of Magecraft, this is called humanity. Those at Chaldea have been charged to protect it. Is this a dream? Are my sensors broken? There are summoning spells being activated all over the Singularity. There's no catalysts, no summoners. They're materializing autonomously, following the thin threads of fate that intertwined when you cross paths. 10, 20, 30 spirit origin signatures, and still increasing, Ren. This is... I know that banner. You guys all came. Eastern terminal nerve system aflame. Number of enemy servants rising. Western autonomous nerves damaged. 24 enemy servants confirmed. Inconsequential. No matter how many of them there are, they're just extensions. They are not a colony like us. They must live separately and fight individually. Destroy them, eliminate them, remove them. More servants are no match for us. I cannot see anything that would be capable of destroying the 72 demon Ga. Eastern terminal nerve system destroyed. Demon gods 1 through 8 cannot maintain nominal values. Western autonomic nerves destroyed. Demon gods 26 through 33 cannot maintain nominal values. Going on. Left and right base thoracic cages damage. We recommend retreating from this space. What's going on? Why are we being overpowered? How are humans who reject mutual understanding fighting together like this? Yes, it's true that we are life forms who are obsessed with self-interest. And no different as a heroic spirit. In fact, it is because we are heroic spirits that we cannot abandon our convictions. Okay. But there is one human who believes in us. A human who still believes that we are heroes, even after meeting so many heroic spirits and witnessing so many battles. What heroic spirit could ignore that call? O Lord, I shall raise my flag once again for the salvation of a nation, nay, for the salvation of this world. Is that John? Hear me, heroic spirits, mighty warriors who have gathered here. Though we may be rivals, or from completely different eras, we must stand together now. Not to prevent the incineration of humanity, but to open up a path for our contractor. My true name is John d'Arc. In the name of the Lord, I shall become your shield. So many. Those shooting stars racing across the sky. Yeah, they're servants. This is amazing. They just keep coming. And I have no idea why either. Maybe they were able to get in because the Singularity exists outside of time. It doesn't matter. Among the heroic spirits you met on your journey, there are heroic spirits who fought alongside you. Wait, what? I'm sure there are some who had planned only to lend their power for a short while, and yet they've all come to help you out. This is a sight so rare you could live 1,000 lifetimes and never see it again. The servants' attacks are pinning the demon gods in place. Every single one of the 72 demon gods has been engaged. We can eliminate them right now. It's like Avengers Endgame or something like that. Everyone's here. Open a path to the center, Ren. We only have a little time left. I want to see all the servants. Come on. I think that would look so cool, seeing all of them fight. Throne 1. Enemy class, Saber. That joke has been done a lot, I can see. Screw it, let's just use this guest servant, why not? What could go wrong, you know? Activate. Activate. The 9 pillars that govern the, the melting furnace. Ooh, excuse me. Activate. Activate. The 9 pillars that govern the melting furnace. Zapar, Botis, Bathim, Salos, Person, Mardax, Ipos, Aim. We 9 pillars, no sound. We 9 pillars, we've song. Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. In the name of the 72 demon gods, our luminous torch shall never be extinguished. I confirm the presence of 9 enemy pillars. I'm not sure we can take on so many of them. Might be too much for us. Do not say such things. Demon gods of this sort should be a cakewalk for you by now. Oh, Siegfried. Indeed, this is the first time I'm seeing them up close, and I am astonished that you battle such monsters. I must express my incredible respect for your prowess and bravery. I'm sure you're all capable of overcoming this trial on your own, but allow me to assist you. John, Siegfried. We shall hold this sector, Ren of Chaldea. We await your command. The demon gods are nothing compared to that horrible witch. We are the Alliance of Dragon Slayers, and we shall repay you for your hard work in Orleans. Yes, John, you are right. And viva la France, Ren. What's up, my homies again? What? Come now, Amadeus and Sanson, pay your respects. No, I'm too ashamed to show myself. I'm happier just helping behind the scenes. Oh, you're so uptight. It's too late to be fretting over appearances now. What's done is done. There is no point in brooding over an unpopular concert. Don't you know that the memories of the masses are malleable? If you give a spectacular performance now, your past mistakes will be forgiven, mostly. It baffles me that a man of your age doesn't know that. It is amazing that someone as sensitive as you could tolerate a moniker like Monsieur de Paris. I mean, a man of Paris. How mortifying. I would have skipped town before the day was through. You're just an irresponsible, good-for-nothing, the lowest kind of scum, ready to flee as soon as something displeases him. Haha. In that case, show me your so-called responsibility. You caused quite a bit of trouble for Ren in France. Being a mere stagehand is not enough. Step out onto center stage and work 10 times as hard as penance. Besides, this is a battle to save people. Surely that's 1,000 times better than standing on an execution stage. You insolent wench. Must you always have the final word? Please, Amadeus, Sensen. Greetings, Fraulein. When we meet once again, do you remember my one tidbit of advice? Well, I suppose that is irrelevant at the moment. We don't have time for chit-chat just now. Are you ready? We shall exterminate the demon gods together. Truth be told, I actually have a bit of connection to these things. But fortunately, I had not the slightest interest in aligning with those 72 demon gods in any way. I had long since sold my soul to music. Someone must have become enthusiast instead of me. Or perhaps... What is it, Amadeus? Why such a gentle, tender look? It's nothing. I was merely recalling a past miracle. Well, Ren, let us sound the drums of war. This is shaping up to be quite the battle, but we have plenty of help this time. Let us finish off this prelude so that we may hurry on to our next venue. Avengers assemble. Melting furnace. So our partner is Marie Antoinette. By Invincible. Ooh, I don't know if this is the greatest character to be fighting a demon god. Like, oh yeah, let's just charm a demon god. We'll give it a shot and see how it goes, but actually it's a rider, she's not going to be effective. Okay, maybe we should back out. Just because it's going to take a long time, this fight. We'll just choose an archer this time. Let's say... Sure, we can use that. And skip, yes. We're back. We gain attack, critical star rate. Let's try that. Then say that, and that. So now we can NP. Boom, boom. Okay. Let's try this, and that. Some criticals, nice. I wonder if it gains charge. Or if I can do triple kill. Now let's go ahead and do that, and that. Still hurts a lot. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Probably don't need to do this. I think we can kill it, but we'll stay safe. And then boom, boom, boom. I did the Singularity earlier this year, and it took me a whole day. No skipping dialogue and all. If you want to have an idea about its length, okay. So it'll only be a couple of streams, but that's not bad. I'll probably say I'll probably stream tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, just straight Fate, and then completing this story because I'm very interested. But yeah, pretty much rushed through it. Let's do that. And then let's see, Archer. Can use that. Okay, melting furnace. Let me see. Buster card, apply ignore defense, and increase NP gain. Sure hit and critical stars. Decrease max HP by 2000 and apply damage cut and guts. Okay. Let's do this. We'll do that. That and that. Critical. I guess we can do that, that, and that. Buster card. Just sure hit. And then do this. I'm wondering. I guess I'll go ahead and activate this. And then let's do that, that, and that. Golden Gate Bridge time. Wong. I don't even know if that's the Golden Gate Bridge. Some random bridge. Oh my goodness, my hair. Give me 1 second, fix my hair. Okay. Charge gain, okay. Let's do that. Looks like a Reshkagol might die. do this, this, and that. Okay. And then let's do that. We might get it. Nice. Okay. On to the next. I'll just run that. Melting furnace. Have you noticed the bond bonus for these battles? I think it said something about like the higher the bonds, the better, right? Yeah. This one's 60%. Oh. Yeah. Let's try that. Let's do that, that, and that. Nice crits. Let's do that, that, and that. Nice. And then do that. These. Sure, we can do that. Then do boom, boom, boom. Hopefully this will finish it off. Very nice. Cool, cool. No battles. Alright. This cannot be. I was unaware of any predicted feature matching this. What has the command terminal been doing? Impossible. Impossible. This intrusion was not from incompetence. For the 9 of us to... Oh shoot. For the 9 of us to be overpowered by a ragtag group of heroic spirits, there must be some flaw in our design. Oh dear. Turning a blind eye to one's immaturity is unsightly. It has nothing to do with the command terminal or whatever that is. Yohime will go to the ends of the earth and the universe if it's for my dear master. Such a deed is only proper to demonstrate a pure maiden's love. Yes, truly unsightly. Blaming your superiors for your own inadequacy. You need to rebuild yourselves from the ground up. First of all, having 71 backup dancers looking like you is unthinkable. That is so out of touch. When you're out front on center stage, you can't whine. Be more like our master over there. You're out of your mind for trying to take on my dearlet. You're still wet behind the ears. Huh. This would be easier if they had a change of heart, but it seems they had no heart to begin with. Still, I am slightly surprised and oddly touched. Even Elizabeth, the dragon girl, an evil anti-hero, has a conscience to try to reform herself. Heh. Dragons can be complicated creatures, Georgios. Also, isn't it about time you get the idea that all dragons are evil out of evil or not, a wholehearted duel, I mean, a wholehearted conversation will lead to mutual understanding. I see. So it's that persistence that I lacked. Even that wicked dragon, Fafnir, couldn't give up his lust for treasure. We might have been able to come to an understanding. If I had been as kind as you, my lady, I wonder if things would have ended differently. No. The answer is no. You should cultivate a better sense of judgment of character. Ah, well, pardon me. That slipped out even though we are in the middle of battle, but I was compelled to interject. Perhaps Sir Siegfried should give himself a bit more credit for his achievements. I'd never suggest taking a page from that degenerate musician's book, but at least try to have Sanson's objectivity. Hold it. If you're going to criticize me, please do it when I'm out of earshot, Daon. As you can see, my heart is fragile, like Venetian glass. That's it. I'm tired and I want to go home. Heh, don't mind him, Daon. Amadeus just wants to make excuses for his own debauchery. He's a brute who doesn't care whether his reputation is good or bad. He's just as deviant, who only gets excited by music superior to his own. Damn, so harsh, but so true. I can't possibly disagree. That aside, Sanson's smirk is completely repulsive. I'm not smirking, that was a look of pity. So how about more fighting and less lip-flapping, you effete fop? Huh? These stakes have skewered 20,000 soldiers, but who knew the time would come when I would run out? It's natural for maggots to breed in rotten meat, but aren't there a few too many here? Of all people, I never thought I would hear Count Vlad complain. Are you enjoying the picturesque carnage? Why not reveal your true nature, Count Dracula? Don't You want to show off the real power of your lance to the master. As malicious as always, vampires. At least you don't want for diligence. You work hard at the role you have taken on, so vigorously wielding that Iron Maiden of yours. I was a fool to worry about the opinions of others. We stand at the end of humanity. This is no time to fret over reputation. They want a vampire? Then I shall show them a true monster. Yes, yes. We are in the pits of hell itself. There's no reason to hide one's sins. Atonement is for the surface world. For those of us who dwell in the bowels of the earth, there need to be nothing but our singing the praises of pure violence. Oh, Christine, Christine, sing for me, fall from grace for me, and, yes, return to the surface for me. You are worthy of lights. We dead souls will take on all of the filth. Foo, very cool, Lancelot. We seem to be pressuring them, but there's still no end in sight. Even with our elite group, we have yet to make a dent in the enemy's territory. It's hard to defend with just our banner alone. Would you lend us your hand, my John? Of course. There was no enemy force we could not overcome when the two of us... Let us advance, Giles. Giles, Giles? I think Giles. Let us show our combined powers here and now. Luminosite Eternal. Saint War Order. Scattering of terminal components confirmed. Breaking away from the throne, focusing on self-recovery. Zapar potus batim salos resurrect. Person Marax epos aim resurrect. Melting furnace Nabarius rebooting, expelling enemy servants. No matter how many we defeat, the numbers aren't decreasing. Looks that way. As long as we don't destroy the roots, the creatures won't die. We can make them weaker. As long as they are continuously defeated and forced to regenerate, the demon gods can do nothing. You're right, John. The supply of magical energy from the sector to the central throne has stopped. That means that, at the least, these 9 pillars can't return to the central throne. Well then, there's only one thing for us to do. If the demon gods regenerate infinitely, we will continue to suppress them as long as our strength holds out. We'll clear a path to the throne. Members of Chaldea, please go before us. May the Lord bless and protect you on that path. Of course, count on. Right, thank you, John. Okay. So I guess this one? Start quest. Got the spirit that Lancelot. Activate. The 9 pillars that govern the information center. Arius, Vapula, Zagan, Valak, Andreas. Yeah. Those are hard to say, those names. We 9 pillars obtain letters. We 9 pillars compose phenomena. In the name of the 72 demon gods, our research shall never be extinguished. Huh. You call yourselves the 72 demon god pillars. Then Septem Montes Romae, 7 hills of Rome, shall stand in your way. It's Nero. Sorry to keep you waiting, Ren. Emperor Nero Claudius's long-awaited encore performance begins now. If I am being completely honest, I do not know exactly what is going on here. I thought I was just in my office, in the wasteland of a new continent, or in the Colosseum. And at one point I thought I was in a far-off, distant sky. At any rate, the next thing I know, I'm in some strange temple of time, with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. This is all a bit beyond my understanding. However, my objective is clear, namely, this is a battle, correct, Ren? I do not know all the details, but if I am not mistaken, those horrible creatures are the enemy. Then, I'll take this opportunity to repay a debt. My friend, I will swing my meteor metal sword with all my soul. Oh, come on. She blabbed on so long that Lubu started to get impatient and go on a rampage. Long time no see, Ren and Mash. Oh, look at that. Yes, you both look happy and healthy. Big Sister Boudica is happy to see that. Ah, shucks. I'll bestow Andraste's protection upon you. This is truly a desperate struggle. Then let us fight. Let us bring light beyond the limitless horizon of the battle. Those destined to become oppressors, yet who have already fought so wonderfully in this resistance. Let us now stand side by side. Today we defeat an opponent who is truly infinite. He seems to be in an exceptionally good mood. Did you hear him? He even called this a desperate struggle. I do recall a number of terrible battles myself, but this is quite a sight. Look at all those demon god pillar things. Not being able to kill them in one fell swoop is somewhat unromantic. This is fine. Killing them is certainly a task worthy of me. Minions of the king who incinerated the world itself. They must be on par with the emperor who once ruled China. Most importantly, though, the drinks after this will sure taste great. You're in high spirits yourself, Jinkei. If you're going to have a banquet, count me in. I'll make something. We can invite everyone who's fought alongside us and have a once-in-a-lifetime feast. Splendid idea. Then, yes, there is much more reason to survive and get back home. Boudica, Jinkei, Lubu, Spartacus. It's finally coming back to me. That's right, we all fought together once. Generals who fought alongside me with the strength of 1,000 soldiers, you have assembled. That's right, we once fought together as part of your legion. Forget the chatter and look over there. There's an army. That's an army a few thousand strong, waiting on your command. Even the Roman soldiers from long ago are here. Long live the Emperor. Long live Her Imperial Majesty, Nero Claudius. The elite soldiers of cohorts 1 through 10... What? The elite soldiers of cohorts 1 through 10 of the 1st Legion are assembled. Your Majesty, we swear our allegiance to you. My word, so many soldiers have assembled under my command, but how? Surely you did not all become heroic spirits like a certain king of conquerors. True. With all due respect, Your Majesty, we are nameless spirits. Normally we are but formless, idle thoughts. However, we are not afraid of the demon gods, not as long as we are the great sons of Rome. Crimson and gold shall conquer. We obey your orders alone, Your Majesty. Splendid words, my liege. This makes me so very happy. I say this from the bottom of my heart. As I stand here, I can get a glimpse of what's to come. I see my future. Perhaps I can see as such a vision because we are at a temple beyond time. But the moment I return to proper history, I will be exiled from the Empire and eventually be condemned to solitary suffering. After 3 sunsets, death will come for me. I am sure that I am set on this path. It is the past, which cannot be changed. But even so, at this moment, I am not alone. I have Ren, my generals, and my legion, even if they may be phantoms. Yes, whether they are phantoms or not, you are not alone. Our Rome is immortal. Even if the Empire perishes, the torch of civilization passed on from Rome will never be extinguished, nor will our feelings. You loved Rome, therefore, we ghosts of the past can at least honor you this way. You are beautiful, you are proud. That beauty is the nobility of your soul. Uncle, you're talking. Oh, Rome immortal, destroy demon god pillars. Destroy. Do not grieve, 5th Emperor. Caligula is only able to regain rationality for mere moments at a time. However, he was able to say what was necessary. This time we are not enemies, but emperors united in battle. Well, strictly speaking, I am not an emperor, but let us just say it sounded good. Besides, being able to convey one's thought in a single breath is important. Powerful words can easily affect others' hearts. What? Even Lord Caesar? Uncle praised me, but said nothing about a joint struggle. No, details do not matter anymore. Oh, to have even that momentary emperor and the third emperor as my ally. Momentary emperor. Well, call me whatever you wish. I certainly won't argue with that. Nero, my dear child, I must tell you. Words, a great command that howls to the heavens. Rome shall help you and Ren at this moment. My ears do not deceive me. That tone, that majestic appearance, he is unmistakably the founding. I am Rome. With my lance, my power, and all my achievements, I shall crush the enemies of you and your sworn friend there. Worry not, fear not, be proud. Right now, all of Rome rests in your hands. Holy progenitor, I once told my father, the god of war, something. People carry a light within them, and it is enough to foster a loving heart. Historically, there has been much evil that denies light, but look at that crowd of beings that calls themselves demon gods. Ridiculous. They're unworthy of standing in our way. The age of gods shall end once and for all. Our Rome was one of the things that stood as proof of that. The age of man. It is the age of romantic value. Adventure. What? Nero, Ren, and the girl named Mash. People are meant to love each other. Love. Dot. That is the Rome I wished for. Thus, prove it. Fight. Be victorious. Everything is permitted for you. Whoa. Long live the holy progenitor. Long live her imperial majesty, Nero Claudius. Uma. Clothe yourselves in crimson and gold. Rome and your emperor promise you the glory of victory. The demon gods will learn. They'll learn the name of their destroyer. They will witness a brilliance that will never go out. A brilliance that overcomes even the lights of despair that tear through the sky. Now go. The final battle begins. Ooh. Summon ticket. Hell yeah. Who should we go with? Let's go with Seba. $700K, okay. Let's see how this will go. Let's try that. Cool. I wonder if I should save up to 200% on my NP. Nah. Just go ahead and NP now. Because we can do triple that. $200K, not bad. only 158k left, so we should be okay. Can NP do that, and that. Give me 1 second, check something. Yeah, we're good. What do we got here? Let's do that, that, and that. Nice. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Cool. And we got a summon ticket. Hell yeah. I really want to use a summon ticket on the story banner, but I'll save them up for Las Vegas. Let's see, what's this? Let's start this. El Meloa. Meloa? I see. So they obtain letters and compose phenomena. Arias, Volupla, yep. Almost half of the 72 demon gods are in charge of wisdom. The 59th through the 67th are specifically correlated with the theme of knowledge in the sciences. A gathering of intellect. Any plans they come up with will certainly be troublesome, but they haven't been very effective against the voraciousness of the Roman army. Raw power alone should be enough to push them back. If I could ask for more, I'd want something with a bit of extra flair, but I suppose we need to procure such things ourselves. Are we ready? We're good, Professor. I'm ready anytime. I'll annihilate the 9 pillars over there. I guess it's not possible to completely take them out, but that's fun. That's fun in and of itself. Get to keep fighting, right? Hell yeah, tickets. That gives me a chance to try out a bunch of things. Over 100 different tactics come to mind. Too much is just as bad as enough. I don't think you'll understand. Speaking of Las Vegas, any characters that... I don't know if I've asked you this before, so sorry if I forgot, but any characters you're wanting during Las Vegas? Or anyone after? 100 is too many. Normally, I'd suggest you carefully select 10 tactics and focus on improving them. But this situation is the exception. If there's an infinite supply of enemies, there's nothing better than having as many tactics as possible. You can go all out this time. Don't worry about running out of magical energy. It'd be virtually impossible to capture and analyze the entire Temple of Time, but I was able to study the mechanics of its throne. It's an enormous solid magical summoning circle with planetary magecraft at its core. If I'm right about that, then we have a little something of our sleeve too. Trying a bit for Merlin? Same. Merlin and Musashi. That's amazing, Professor. So are we, like, sucking up magical energy from the enemy? I don't really like that. Their writhing magical energy gives me the creeps. No, I'm not going to let you use that. We're just going to use its structure to our advantage. I will create a path for the magical energy. I may not be a master currently, but in principle it should be possible. I'll leave it to you, Professor. Have at it. That's my line. No matter. I'll do the best I can, my king. Well, I do have about 11 multis at the moment. I'll limit myself to doing 3. Nice. Roger that, my future retainer. Now let us go on. Now let us go wild on the battlefield again, Bucephalus. And another helper. Now let's get going, my future rival. Are you managing to control him? Well, as long as he's not attacking us, I suppose he's under control. Yes, he's holding back. Darius III, the man destined to become my greatest rival. The final Persian king of the Achaemenid Empire, though he doesn't quite feel real to me yet. Fate Zero interactions. This is Fate Zero? What do you mean? No, I don't hate you. I probably even like you. I don't know how the future me will be, but I don't think he'd hate you. Yes, I'm sure of it. Even now, I don't want to wait for my own future to have a chance to fight you. We couldn't do it back in Rome. But I'm sorry, that just won't be possible right now. I'm not sure if your words are getting through to him. He has a high-ranking madness enhancement on him after all. Sorry, but this exchange might be pointless. You haven't watched that one? I have watched it, it's just... This is Waver, right? That's all I know. You're right, it's really just to fulfill my selfish desires, so I want to say this one thing before we go on our endless assault. King Darius, how can you stand your urges? I'm sure you want to kill me with all your being, so why are you fighting those 9 pillars instead? It makes sense if it was because you couldn't fight me if the world ended, but that can't be it. Referring to Waver and Alexander. Wait, this is Alexander the Great? I thought Iskandar was Alexander the Great. Oh, it's young Iskandar. I didn't know that. Huh. Okay. I did not know that, actually. Okay. It makes sense if it was because you couldn't fight me if the world ended, but that can't be it. Right. Maybe, and this is just maybe, through that madness enhancement of yours, you saw the possibility of us fighting side by side. And it's that familiarity between the two. Oh, okay. Ascension? Alexander, you've overstimulated him. It wasn't really a joke, but see, he's not attacking. He's still not attacking. Aw, you. No pushing him further would be a bad idea. Sorry to keep you waiting. Anyway, let's go. Darius III and Lord Elmaloy II, my future rival and my future retainer. Let us go forth. Ah, future retainer. Okay. I didn't know that was Alexander the Great. Tyranny, tyranny. Will you whip my flesh? A never-ending sea of flesh is the symbol of tyranny. Harm me, strike me, I will hit you back with twice that strength. Don't use your noble phantasm at close range, Spartacus. Lubu, you're up too far. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Tear them down, break them in advance. Your destructive power is more than welcome right now. I know, I'm not trying to act like the king. I don't want to be the commander either, so there's no need to get angry with me. I guess it's a sign that they're warming up to me. When all this is truly over, I'm downing all the liquor I can handle. And what's Boudica doing? Leaving me alone on babysitting duty. Oh, I see. Great, she picks this moment for a heart-to-heart. I guess I'll leave her alone for now. Don't falter. Push them back. If you can't keep your formation, call for your emperor. I'll head over there and chop that pillar of flesh right up. Though this headache is getting to me. Come on, take it a little easier, Nero Claudius. You're taking part in battle when you're not really either human nor a heroic spirit, so don't push yourself too hard. It's my job to put my life on the line. Your job is to be the emperor and command this army. But it looks like there's some reinforcements getting all worked up on the right flank there. Anyway, pull yourself together and take your place. Thanks, Boudica. This magical energy overflowing from my body is working me up. Sometimes it is difficult being so talented. Also, this headache is just driving me crazy. That's a rare thing indeed, for your Imperial Majesty to listen to orders without protests. I am the great ruler who receives thunderous applause. No, I'm not truly a great ruler, I imagine. I won't make any excuses. I remember what happened in Britannia. I had you and your daughters in your homeland. I conquered it through diabolic means. That's not something you did yourself. I'm sure it was just some magistrate acting alone. As a heroic spirit, I know that now. The Emperor is responsible for the immoral acts of their retainers. That's true. Yes, well, let's be honest about it all. It's no secret that I will never forgive Rome for what it... I'm fine with being defiled, though I certainly rather not be. But you, Rome, defiled my daughters, my homeland. You broke your agreement with my husband. You simply did whatever you wanted to us all. But my revenge is long over, so we're done talking about this too. Well, I suppose if my spirit origin gets messed with, I might not be so understanding. But that's fine. I am who I am now. That's why I won't say any more. Actually, I'm more curious about you, Nero. I killed plenty of Roman women and children. In Londinium, with countless parents begging for their lives. Don't say it, Boudica. Please don't say any more than that. I can't bear to hear more than that. I'm sorry. Our deep-seated resentment of each other will likely continue forever. So don't say it, Boudica. That's true, you're absolutely right. I died a long time ago. Heroic spirits are shadows carved into human history, and they're not the actual individuals who lived in the past. If that's the case, why not be the bigger man, right, Lord Nero? I'm a heroic spirit who isn't the actual person. And I'm going to forgive the Emperor who's unclear whether she's a heroic spirit or the actual... How long are you two going to mess around? How long are you going to leave me to deal with Spartacus and Lubu? Don't you mean the demon god pill? Never mind. My apologies. I'll be right there. Were you able to talk? Thank you, and I can go all out. Don't mention it. There's no need to be fearful of the future. Let's finish this final battle, once and for all. Brave warriors await us on the battlefield. Ooh, Stheno. People are fighting. I've gotten used to this scene. The brave, the heroes, in pursuit of glory, they spill their blood and lose their flesh. It's valiant, but also gruesome, like a meal accompanied by a tale of heroism. It may look glorious, but it's actually cruel. Don't you agree, Altera? That's not a question I can answer. I don't feel anything. You really think so? I see you as a person right now. At the very least, you're different than you were 14,000 years ago, and I'm not just talking about the scale of your spirit origin. We haven't forgotten about what happened 14,000 years ago. My sister Medusa might not remember, but we do. Gods couldn't beat you in the ancient past, not the great one who fell from the stars, the giant that smashed the earth. You crossed an ocean of stars, right? In that sense, we're the same, although we ended up quite different. You were destruction itself, the natural order of the heavens and earth, and even the conceptual gods themselves lost to you. Your presence was deadly to the 12 gods of Olympus. What about this time? Which side will you be on? I was brought here by my connection with Ren. I see. So you're going to be on the human side. I guess it would be problematic if they were collected before you destroyed them. Good Civ. I don't understand. I don't understand half of what you say. I don't really understand myself. I'm sure it's because I'm a heroic spirit that has been cut off from its original being. I am incomplete. I only have the memories of when I ran through the plains as a great king of destruction. The Great One. I don't get it. That's fortunate for us. I wonder if your spirit origin's been damaged. However, here's what I think now. I might be destruction, a tool meant to destroy civilization, but I don't want it to end here. I don't want things to end here, only knowing the sword. I want to ride a horse and pass through a prairie like the wind. I want to dress up like a bride and someday make good food. I don't want things to end yet. Oh my, I thought you were still no more than an avatar of destruction even after so many years have passed. But for you to finally say that after you've died and become a heroic spirit, you really must have trouble with words. Yeah, same. I guess the only thing I can do is apologize. I'm sorry, girl of the prairie who calls herself Altera. You became human a long time ago. She became good Civ. Uncertain, incomprehensible. We do not understand your reasoning for fighting even after going against us. A ragtag group that doesn't know the true value of the Age of Gods. Ignorant militants. A hodgepodge of heroic spirits. How can such a puny and poor group push us 9 demon gods back? Our desires, wishes, and respect are what give Rome its light. We cannot lose to a lump of fear and despair. It's laughable, really. And what's the matter, holy progenitor? Why are you looking over there? The sound from the sky. Something's falling on the demon god pillar. So much magical energy. A pillar of light rammed into the demon god. It's so bright, I cannot see anything. What's going on? Teardrop photon ray. I guess it was a little too much to shoot that off with this spirit origin. We have drawn first blood. The people of Rome I will destroy, but this time it won't be your civilization. It will be those who bring destruction down on us. I can see it. That's Altera's sword. Second, we're good. Cool. It looks like she wanted to get a surprise attack off on the demon god pillar, but I guess I'm always late to the party. Yes, I mean, what was that? That was an amazing noble phantasm. I don't think we've seen that one before, have we? Tyranny! There, calm down, calm down. Don't just run off towards any magical energy you sense. No, on second thought, the demon god pillars have the most magical energy around. Just follow your instincts. Holy progenitor. That looks like Mars' sword. Yes, no doubt. Mars? Yes, now that you mention it, Altera loved the god of war for some reason. Nero, you wouldn't know, but that's the true sword of my father, the war god Mars. What? Holy progenitor? What did you just say? It's a giant sword of light that the god of war, Mars, who is virtually manifested in satellite orbit, wields, the conceptualization of war itself. It uses Altera's magical energy in itself, but its power output is compounded, probably. It's been a while since I've seen it. Looks like she wields it more skillfully than my father. A virtual manifestation of divine spirit. You're kidding. I don't really understand, but having the god of war around would be pretty helpful, holy progenitor. Do you really think so, Nero? I do. At one time, I wasn't sure what to do when she came walking towards the Roman capital. But Altera's on our side now, and that's like having the god of war on our side. Rome will certainly win this battle. Yeah, your imperial majesty, Nero, please give us your orders. This will be the final battle, but before that, the Roman army and I shall handle things here. You go ahead, Ren. The world will not end. All paths connect to our 7 hills. Forward, conquer. Your advance will open up a path to tomorrow's world, to Rome. See you later, Nero. Okay. So the next part would be, that's part 4. We did part 2. It's part 5. This is part 3. So next time we're gonna do part 3.